When most people hear about the world's oldest living mouse, they probably imagine something that looks like an adorable yet slightly grumpy version of Mickey Mouse. You know, the kind of mouse you used to take home from the pet store. But the truth is that the world's oldest living mouse actually looks nothing like that. In fact, it doesn't even look like a mouse. It looks like this weird little pig-like creature with wrinkly pink skin and oversized front teeth. This strange little critter is called the naked mole rat, and it's one of the most bizarre animals on Earth. And it has baffled scientists for decades because it hardly seems to age and is almost completely resistant to cancer. Researchers are now uncovering the secrets behind its incredible longevity, and what they're learning could one day help humans live longer, healthier lives. With an average lifespan of 30 years, the naked mole rat is considered to be a true outlier among rodents. By comparison, mice typically die after only 3 or 4 years, and even guinea pigs, which are somewhat similar to capybara rats, don't make it past 7 years old. Even the longest-lived naked mole rats recorded have lived up to about 37 years. That's still far longer than similar-sized rodents. But the naked mole rat isn't just defying the odds in terms of longevity, it's also bucking the trend when it comes to aging. Most animals experience a decline in physical and mental abilities as they get older. But the naked mole rat stays active, social, and sexually active throughout its entire life. At the ripe age of 30, a naked mole rat is just as likely to produce offspring as it was at the age of 5. Now that's what I call being ageless. These super long-lived rodents got their start in East Africa, where they spend their entire lives underground. There, they live in elaborate burrow systems. They are active underground throughout the day and night and rarely emerge above ground. They communicate with each other using audible squeaks, chirps, and grunts, and feed primarily on underground tubers. Just goes to show that you don't need to be eating kale salads to live a long time. But while they might be perfectly adapted to life underground, naked mole rats have a hard time adapting to life in captivity. They're notoriously difficult to breed in zoos and research facilities, and most of them die within a few months of being captured. So for decades, scientists knew very little about these animals. Then in the 1960s, researchers began to piece together the secrets of the naked mole rat's long life. One of the first clues came when scientists compared naked mole rats to their close relatives, the common mole rat. They noticed that despite living similar lifestyles, naked mole rats lived up to 7 times longer. This suggested that the secret to their longevity lay somewhere in their genes. In 2011, researchers sequenced the naked mole rat genome, identifying several regions in their DNA that contribute to their exceptional longevity and cancer resistance. Since then, scientists have identified a handful of these so-called longevity genes and learned that they do things like help cells repair damaged DNA and prevent tumors from developing. But just having these genes isn't enough to explain the naked mole rat's longevity. After all, if it were, then other rats with the same genes would live just as long. So researchers realized that there must be other factors at play too. To figure out what these factors might be, scientists began closely monitoring various aspects of the naked mole rat's biology, such as its heart rate and body temperature. They soon noticed that naked mole rats seemed to be breaking the fundamental rules of aging. You see, most animals follow what's known as the Gompertz law of aging. As they grow older, their risk of dying doubles every few years. For example, small rodents like mice rarely live beyond 4 years, but the naked mole rat breaks this rule entirely. Not only do they live far longer than expected for their size, but their risk of dying does not increase with age. If anything, it stays relatively low throughout their entire lives. That means that a 10-year-old naked mole rat is just as likely to live another 10 years as a 20-year-old. By comparison, humans born today will likely die sometime between 70 and 85 years old. So even if humans don't catch up to the naked mole rat's maximum lifespan of 37 years, we could certainly benefit from a few of their anti-aging secrets. But the naked mole rat has more than just longevity on its side. It's also highly resistant to cancer, which is ironic considering that it has 13 times more cells than a mouse, and spends much of its life in darkness and dim lighting, both of which are risk factors for cancer development. Researchers aren't exactly sure why the naked mole rat doesn't get cancer, but they suspect that it has something to do with its unique cells. You see, the naked mole rat has unique cellular mechanisms such as high molecular mass hyaluronan and enhanced contact inhibition, which prevent uncontrolled cell growth and cancer. Another intriguing aspect of the naked mole rat's biology is its ability to clear out senescent cells. These are cells that have become damaged and aged and can no longer divide. In most animals, senescent cells build up over time and contribute to tissue damage, inflammation, and even cancer. But in naked mole rats, they're cleared out before they can do any harm. Now, scientists aren't entirely sure how naked mole rats manage this feat, but they've uncovered some clues. First, they found that naked mole rat cells are able to repair damaged DNA more efficiently than other cells. This might be part of the reason why they don't develop cancer or age quickly. They also found that naked mole rat cells produce unusually high levels of certain proteins called chaperone proteins. Chaperone proteins protect and maintain the health of other proteins in the body, which may be one reason why naked mole rats don't suffer from age-related diseases. Finally, naked mole rats seem to be able to clear out senescent cells more effectively than other animals. A team of researchers, led by Professor Kyoko Miura in Japan, discovered that naked mole rats use serotonin metabolism and a special genetic pathway called NK4ARB to destroy senescent cells before they can cause harm. They also store unusually high amounts of serotonin in their tissues, which helps trigger the death of these aging cells. So not only does the naked mole rat defy the odds when it comes to longevity and cancer resistance, but it also has a built-in system for eliminating senescent cells. As researchers continue to investigate the naked mole rat's anti-aging superpowers, they're beginning to understand how these little creatures manage to rewrite the rules of aging. And they're discovering that it's not just one thing, but a combination of factors that allows naked mole rats to live so long. But perhaps the most exciting part of this research is that it may hold the key to helping humans live longer, healthier lives. By learning how naked mole rats repair DNA-resist cancer and eliminate harmful cells, scientists hope to find ways to delay the aging process in people, reduce the impact of chronic diseases, and extend the number of healthy, active years we can enjoy. So while the naked mole rat might not be pretty, it could help unlock one of the biggest mysteries in biology: how to live longer and live better. Now that you've heard about the amazing naked mole rat, why not check out this video over here for more fascinating insights into the animal kingdom? Or if you'd like to learn more about the science of aging. Thanks for watching.